I'm gonna be thinking about what people might say, and I will start to laugh. So I'm not, I'm already starting. I'm not gonna do that. Thanksgiving's done. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad. Also, you will see Christmas vomited back here. And my Christmas happens to be pink, blue, and green Christmas, and I really like that. Does this go with traditional Christmas colors? Not so much. My traditional colors are downstairs, so I don't want y'all to think that I have forgotten tradition. That's downstairs. Remember, we are upstairs. We do Junky Christmas. Upstairs, here's Junky Christmas. But I really like it because it's very girly Junky Christmas. Y'all overwhelmingly decided to name him Bruce. So Bruce is with me, and he is hopefully not going to be too distracting. Maybe he needs to be on this side because we've already got that tree back there, and so he might need his own side right here. So we'll see how that goes. He's good. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Mine was good. It was different. It's always sad when my husband's gone. He's been doing this kind of traveling the majority of our marriage, so we are used to having holidays apart. Doesn't make it any easier though, especially as our kids get older. They miss him more and I miss him more, and just with the chaos that we had the last time he was home, we missed my Zach. So, and he missed being home. He loves to cook Thanksgiving. It's his favorite holiday. He loves to do the turkey and sides. I really miss that because I bought our dinner. The main reason I bought our dinner was because, well, there were two reasons. One, I did not want to cook it. And the reason I did not want to cook it is because of my children. And you're going to say, why? Your children probably love your cooking. No, my children don't like anyone's cooking unless it is Whataburger, Chick-fil-A, or Mexican. That's it. Those are the only people that are acceptable in their world. And it's exhausting trying to meet that standard because, y'all, that's not a high standard, but that's a hard one to meet. I cannot make all my food taste exactly the same in every preparation like they can. I chose not to deal with the moaning and groaning that comes with holiday cooking and my children, so I bought our dinner from Cracker Barrel. There was still lots of moaning and groaning. My children are what I call vegetarians that don't eat vegetables. They basically live off of bread, cheese, and sugar. That is what they ate for their dinner. The Cracker Barrel meal was good. It wasn't Zach's turkey. It certainly wasn't that turkey, and there was no dark meat. I'm a dark meat girl. I don't like turkey breast quite as much because it's dry. I had to keep that word hidden that we were eating turkey breast from my son because he recently found out that chicken tenders are made from chicken breast, and now he is weirded out by that and does not want to eat chicken tenders anymore. So we have cut down another food group from his very small repertoire. Then we just kind of laid in the tryptophan glow and just relaxed the rest of the week. It was a very low-key week, which I really needed because these people had been working me to death. And I get no raises here, none. But anyways, all of this to say that I hope y'all had a wonderful Thanksgiving and you had a blessed time with your family and friends, and there was no drama, no shootings, because there were a lot of shootings here in Houston. A lot of people kill each other on Thanksgiving. There's a lot of family killings. So hopefully there were no killings in any of your families, that y'all all got along and everyone parted with kindness when it was time to leave. It's only noon here, so we're not doing any heavy drinking, but cheers. I am drinking from my Rose Nylon Golden Girls glass. I feel very rose today, and probably from some of the conversations we might have, you will understand what I'm talking about. But Snoop is joining me, and I am excited. What am I gonna make? What are we gonna do? I don't know. I just go whichever way the wind blows, and who knows where it's blowing. Because most days I have no idea where it's going, but I just go with that flow. And today I'm going to show you where the wind blew me over the Thanksgiving holidays. And it'll be fun, I think. I don't know. I'm very boring. First of all, congratulations to my subscriber winners. I am so happy for all of you. I'm trying to remember everyone's name. There was Lee and Vicky and I believe Karen. all one. Lee is in Michigan. Karen, I believe, is in Maryland. It's a state that started with an M. I think it's Maryland. I can't remember for sure. And then Vicky is down here in New Braunfels, Texas, which I love because New Braunfels is right by Austin, and I was born in Austin, so I was kind of excited to send it down there. I am so happy for y'all. I sent out your packages yesterday, which was Monday, November something. Once again, to thank all of y'all for being here in this little community, and we will do another giveaway, and I will have my head a little bit more clear because you'll have to remember I was going through a whole lot when I was planning this. There was a lot going on in my world. So my thinking was not clearly on ways that I could include other countries. My head's clear. It's a gift card. It's a gift card. One of y'all talked to me, I believe it was Chantel. I think it was Chantel. I can't remember. I'm terrible with names. She pointed that out and I was like, oh my gosh, I totally forgot that a gift card is kind of international. Next time, I know this, I will take care of y'all. I felt kind of stupid after that, but this is not anything new with me. Of course, you see my lovely tree. My husband built this for me and I love it. And I crocheted all those little things on there, and a lot of them I put the numbers on the wrong way, so you see the seams in all of them. I didn't realize that until much later. Too late. There's a couple of these that are made incorrectly. One is really a whole lot bigger than everybody else. It's because there's like 2 extra rows. What was I doing? I was stocking. This one right here at the bottom, this white stocking. Then there is, I think, one other mitten or stocking that is a lot smaller than all the others. I missed a row on that one. Talking. We were watching some pretty intense crime shows. I was discussing the murders with Zach. So that's what that was. Those are murder stockings, I guess you could say. That's the murder tree. I was watching Murder when those were all made. So I guess we could call it a murder advent. And those patterns are from MJ's Off the Hook Advent Calendar. Also, in the background, you might barely see it. You're just gonna see the little base. There is a cactus up there. Hold on. I'm gonna get it and I'm gonna show you my cactus. Here it is. He's big. This is the advent I made for the Amigurumi Adventures calendar from last year. The people that did my School of Magic thing, they do a Christmas advent every year. And last year it was making this, and then each day you would get an ornament that you would crochet to put on him. And I was originally going to be making those, but y'all, I'm going to be honest. I already have my Crochet Society Advent. I have another Advent coming, the Yarn Yay, that I got notification today that it shipped. I'm really excited for my free bag and $150 worth of yarn, but I got a free bag. I'm really excited for that. And I thought, I don't think I can put any more on my plate. My heart is not there. I will be making all of these other things, and he's just going to be looking pretty like this. And because I love Snowman, he has a snowman hat that's actually really small for his head. You know, he's a saguaro. Isn't this a saguaro cactus? Is that what these are called? He has a lot of pieces. He has lights with a little battery pack here on him, and the way I got him to fit in here is he's wrapped up in a baby's towel, one of my kids' towels from when they were babies that I still make them use now because they're small and convenient. The base is wrapped in that, and then this is just this yarn, this loop yarn in here to make it look like it's snow around a cactus. And I don't think cactuses get much snow normally where they grow, but this one is in a snowy climate and it's got snow around it. I just thought this kind of tied it all together with the theme, and then I found little ornaments on a string and I just wrapped those around here, and I thought he turned out so cute. He's handsome. I like him. Now, another thing I made, and I actually made a reel of it, it's here on the channel or it's on my Facebook or Instagram, you can go look, and it's this cute little tree. And the pattern is by Zoe Montessori Patterns, and a lot of their things are actually little hands-on pieces that children can play with. And so this original pattern was written for like a DK or a worsted weight yarn. And it has a much different look if you use that. But I chose to make mine in my Parfait Chunky because I wanted it to be kind of big and bold. And there's a piece of it that we're not going to talk about this particular piece. We're just going to accept it is what it is. I am saying no more. You will know exactly what I'm talking about when you see this. I'm not going to look at you when I talk about it because you're going to make me laugh. And I know you're not here in the room, but I'm going to be thinking about what people might say and I will start to laugh. So I'm not, I'm already starting. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to look straight ahead and focus on something else rather than this. So the way you build the tree is you start with the base. And you have the base, and then you take other pieces and you put on the base. You put this one, see, now I can make eye contact with you. Now it is covered. There is the bigger bottom, then you put on this one, and then you do this one, and then you do this one, and then there's a star. And I actually have to put one of my bamboo skewers in here because the star's kind of heavy and it was falling. So he has a bamboo skewer in him and you just stab that into the head and there you go. You have a Christmas tree. The problem with this guy is that he's super wobbly on this particular base he's on. It does not stay in the upright position. So he's going to be in the background, but without this part because it causes problems. And I think in real life, we know that we know that's true. And in real life, we know that's true too. Those sorts of things cause problems. So he is actually sitting on top of one of my little ceramic pieces, a little owl I painted. It will be on this versus its actual stalk. And I think that's better all the way around for everybody, except now I've just got this plain stalk just randomly in my room. I've got to find a drawer to put this thing in because people are going to get ideas and don't get those ideas. Don't. I like trees. So far, we have a cactus tree. We have this other tree with all the little stockings on it. We have a drunk tree. We have a semi-phallic tree. And then I also crocheted these two trees. These patterns actually come in a set of 3. This is the tiny one, this is the big one, and there's actually a medium one. But I was running out of space. So this one is actually in my kids' junky area simply because that's the only place it fits. There's no more room back here. I can only stuff in so many trees without it just being too many trees. So he's in another area of the house. And these work up pretty fast. My only thing is this base. The base of them are really weird. They have you make it really big because this is a separate piece that you sew on, and they make it so large that it's bigger than how many stitches you have. But it's supposed to be pressed in like this. So if you do make this, because I'll put the pattern down below, don't stuff the tree all the way because you want the base to go inside because that's how it sits upright. I've learned this from lots of experience. For it to sit upright, you need to be able to put the base up, and you're going to have more stitches on this bottom. I don't know why it's like that, but it is. So just know that you didn't do anything wrong. That's the way the pattern's written. And if you want to make this little base part smaller, I'd suggest that because it'll work better. And you would think that I would think of doing that, but I haven't thought of doing that. So be smarter than me and think of doing that when you're making it. I was probably talking and I didn't think about it. I'm watching TV. There's been a lot of really good murder shows on. When Zach is not here, I murder to like the 10th degree of murder shows. I started this last night because I needed a break from amigurumi. I love amigurumi, but I just finished making something that was kind of intensive and I just wanted to go in rows. I just needed monotonous rows. And this I thought would be perfect because I've had this pattern for a little while and I've yet to do it. And I started last night and I finished this morning. It was maybe about a 5-hour project. And it is this. It's my first time to do tapestry crochet because I've been wanting to make some wall hangings and I thought this would be a simple enough one to start with. This pattern is by Stitched by Faye and Her pattern has a navy blue sky and a red scarf, but that wouldn't go with turquoise and pink. So turquoise and pink were the colors I chose. And I put little tiny sequins on here. I don't know if you can see them or not. And I glued those on because I ain't sewing. I was doing this to relax, and getting out a tiny needle with thread was not relaxing. So they are glued on. Hopefully they'll stay. We'll see. We'll see. It's a sequin. It's going to be fine if it falls. The reason it is curling, because there is a reason, though she did say to block this, so I will block this after the video. But the reason it's curling is this is worsted and this is worsted, but the Snowman is probably a 3-weight. And it is the yarn I discussed in my last video from Hobie, which darned if I can remember the name of it. I had it in my head, but it's gone, and I've taken the ball bands off of all my balls, so I can't tell you the name of it. I made it with that yarn because I thought it would add a little sparkle, and it did. But because it's smaller and the top yarn and the bottom yarn are a different weight, it kind of has a little curl, so I'll block it and it'll be fine. And then I'm going to hang it up back there. And I've decided to name her Snowrella. After Sorella and her yarns, this is Snowrella. Isn't that was nice, right? I thought that was a good one. If y'all want to make this one, I'll be sure and put the pattern down below. Also, the back of it, I did the cut and tie method, and I forgot to do this part. So I'll do this, but it's cut and tie back here. This would have been a really good one to do bobbins with, because there's not a lot of color changing. You wouldn't have a ton of bobbins, but I didn't want to do that because that would have taken time and strength and energy, and last night I didn't have any of those things. So cut and tie is what won, and it's fine. The reason I was needing a break from just Amigurumi is I made this guy all day yesterday. This is Pickle. He is one of Moriah Elizabeth's characters, and if you don't know who she is a YouTube creator, and she does a lot of artsy things, but she's most popular for doing squishy makeovers, and she has created characters out of them, and some of those characters are really popular, and she's turned them into plushies you can buy, and her mother is a crocheter, and she has made some crochet patterns for some of them. This is one of them. This is Pickle. She's also done Pickle's girlfriend. Her name is Pickled Pink. There is Cousin Derp, who is blue, and there is a duck pineapple named Georgie. And her mom has patterns for all of them in her shop, and its name is Rainbows and Pickles, or Pickles and Rainbows. I'll put a link for it down below. Because I'm obsessive, I did it all in a day, which I don't suggest doing that. But I was going to say, if any of you do markets, if you just have one or two of her characters, these babies will go like hotcakes because they are so popular with that little gaggle of girls. And there's about 9 million of them. And it's not all little girls. It's a lot of moms too, because I love Moriah too. These guys, like I said, you just need a couple of them. These will go like hotcakes. They are very popular. And Craftably Ever After, Cassandra, on her channel, she is also a Moriah fan. And I think she told me she was going to be doing something Moriah soon too. She and I talk lots. We discuss our merch collections, which is kind of fun. And of course, we still have Steve. He has his own stocking this year. What he's getting in his stocking, I don't know. Something, probably. That would probably be a good place to put my stomp. No, it wouldn't. Nope, we're not going to do that. We don't need it in the camera every video. That would be really bad. We're not going to do that. Nope. And then up here, I put, that is Gumdrop Garland. It is so cute. It was at Michael's and I had to get it. And then I just tied on some candy bows. I have a lot of ribbon, and I have been on a bow tie and tear in this house. There are bows and ribbon on just about everything in my house. My husband thinks it's strange, and it probably is, but I like bows, and they are going places. They really fancy up a situation or not fancy it up at all. They do both, but I consider it fancying it up. So I do that a lot of places, and he kind of just goes along with it because he knows that's the right thing to do because he's a smart man. He's really a smart individual, and he knows his limits of where he's going to win, and he's not going to win in a ribbon battle. He's not. And of course, we have Gimli and Bubbles, and the little guy, he doesn't have a name with the ears. I don't know how long he's going to be living, so it's probably best not to give him a name. He might go out in a Goodwill bag or something. I don't know. So he doesn't have a name. We don't want to get too attached. Kind of like Wilbur and Charlotte's Web. Let's not get too attached to that guy. Don't name it. I also did this. This took technique and work. This is a hat that I bought at Michael's, I believe, and it was already decorated, and it was a snowman hat, and I was like, I need that. And then I got it here, and I was like, what in the world do I do with this? Because it's hollow on the top. I stuffed it with yarn. It's a melted snowman. Ta-da! Isn't that beautiful? Skills. It took a lot of skills to make this. Just like that. We just stuff it in. Magic melted snowman. Right there. We call this decor. Right back here. It is right next to a decapitated snowman. They have their own shelf. Dead snowman and cut off head snowman. It's very Christmas-like. Then up there at the top, we have my Crochet Society Advent. We have another Advent tree that I've just had all over my house, and it made its way in here this year because I needed something to hold the Advent doors open, and he seemed like the perfect fit. So there's nothing in there, but I might put candy for myself in there. This is my craft space after all. I can put candy where I want to put it. I think that's everything I wanted to talk about this week. If you can think of a name for my cactus, let me know. I'm running low on names. I need an idea for him. It can be Christmas. It cannot be, because he's probably going to be up there all year long. We need a name that's going to carry us through. Give me some ideas down below, and we will see what works and what fits that young man, because I think he's just going to be decorated for each holiday. And I'll see you next time. Bye! Say bye.